Laws on Women and Children.
Good morning, sir. We are the Group 3 and we are here to discuss what is all about laws on women and children. Before I start our discussion, let me introduce first myself. I am La Christian L. Bulan from 3 Alpha and I am the first reporter. So let's start our discussion. So my topic is all about RA 9262, otherwise known as the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act of 2004. It is hereby declared that the state values the dignity of women and children and guarantees full respect for human rights. The state also recognizes the need to protect the family and its members, particularly women and children, from violence and threat to their personal safety and security. Violence against women and their children refers to any act or a series of acts committed by any person against woman who is wife, former wife, or against a woman with whom the person has or had sexual or dating relationship, or with whom he has common child, or against her child whether legitimate or illegitimate, within or without the family abode, which result in or is likely result in physical, sexual, psychological harm or suffering or economic abuse, including threat of such act, battery, assault, coercion, harassment, or arbitrary deprivation of liberty. So, ang RA 9262 ay napakalaga sapagkat this act is a significant because it's not only criminalize violence against women and their children, but also aim to prevent it through awareness, education, and support service. It sends a clear message here that such behavior will not be tolerated and that victims have right and protection. At napakalaga din, sobrang napakalaga ng RA 9262 sa mga kababaihan at saka at especially sa mga bata sapagkat ang RA 9262 ay isang positibong hakbang sa paglikha ng isang lipunang malaya sa karahasan laban sa kababaihan at mga bata. At sinisiguro nito ang kalagahan ng pagprotekta sa mga miyembro ng ating lipunan at pagtiyak ng kanilang mga karapatan at kanilang mga kagalingan. So yun lamang po at maraming salamat.
Hello everyone, I'm here today to talk about very important law for women in the Philippines, Republic Act 9710 or the Magna Carta of Women. This law says that women and men should be treated equally in all parts of life. It aims to eliminate discrimination against women and promote their full and equal enjoyment of human rights and fundamental freedoms. It is a comprehensive law that covers a wide range of issues from political participation and economic empowerment to education, health, and social protection. Let's see what does RA 9710 say. Number 1. No discrimination. This law says that women and men should be treated the same. They should have the same chances no matter their gender is. Dapat daw pantay ang pagtrato sa mga babae at lalaki. Hindi dapat sila pagkaitan ng oportunidad dahil lang sa kanilang kasarian. Number 2. Equal opportunities. Women and men should have the same chances in school, work, healthcare, and even when they want to help make decisions for our country. Mapapayag ka man lalaki, pantay sa lahat ng oportunidad. Not like before, di ba? Ang malalaki lang ang nag-aaral. Mga babae, wala. Sa bahay lang. Tagaluto, tagalaba. In short, tagagawa ng gawaing bahay. But because of RA 9710, women now can do what men can do. Kahit anong kasarian mo, pantay-pantay. Number 3, women's empowerment. The law emphasizes the importance of empowering women by providing them with access to resources, services, and opportunities to contribute to national development. Women right now can also be a breadwinner na hindi na lang siya nasa bahay at umaasa sa pera ng asawa dahil sa batas na ito. RA 9710 also helps women who are hurt or abused. It protects them from violence at home, at work, or anywhere else. Why is this law important? This law is very important because it helps make our country fair for everyone. It shows that women are just as important as men in making our country strong and happy. When women are treated fairly, our country becomes more prosperous and healthier. So, RA 9710 is a big step towards making sure women and men are equal in the Philippines. The law makes sure women are treated fairly and equally. It says everyone should have the same chances, no matter if they are a man or a woman. Basically, it's a law to help women have a better life and be treated equally. Thank you.
Republic Act 7610 is a Philippine law enacted in 1992 to protect children from abuse, exploitation, and discrimination, ensuring their welfare and dignity. Good day, everyone. I'm here today to explain to all of you about the topic that assigned to me, and it is RA number 7610, also known as the Special Protection of Children Against Child Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act. So let's start our group assigned to the topic to discuss, explain, and make a presentation about laws on women and children and its Republic Act 9262, also known as the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act. So how it is connected to the Republic Act 7610 and the Republic Act 9262. Para mas maintindihan ang koneksyon ng 7610, Republic Act 7610 at Republic Act 9262, narito ang isang halimbawa. Si Ana ay isang batang babae na nakakaranas ng pang-aabuso sa tahanan mula sa kanyang ama. Dahil sa pang-aabuso, na dahilan ng kanyang pagkatroma at nagkaroon siya ng peklat sa iba't ibang parte ng kanyang katawan, na dulot ng pang-aabuso ng kanyang ama. In this situation, both Republic Act 7610 and Republic Act 9262 are applicable. RA 7610, the abuse Anna experienced is a violation of her rights as a child. This law can be used to protect her from further abuse and for her to receive counseling and therapy. Republic Act 9262, the abuse Anna experienced is a form of violence against children which is covered by his law. Republic Act 9262 can be used to protect Anna from her father and for her to receive legal assistance and protection. In short, Republic Act 7610 and Republic Act 9262 work together to ensure Anna's safety and well-being. RA 7610 focuses on her rights as a child, while RA 9262 focuses on her safety from violence.
Hi everyone, I'm Magtuka Erica from BS Cream 3 Alpha. So today I'm going to discuss to all of you the RA 10165, or also known as the Foster Care Act of 2012. So what is foster care all about? It refers to the provision of planned temporary substitute for parental to a child by a licensed foster parent. Its objective is to enable every child eligible for foster care to experience a caring and nurturing family life. So, whom is able to foster? They must have, or they must be legal age, must have a genuine interest, capacity, and commitment in parenting, and able to provide a familiar atmosphere for the child, must have a healthy and harmonious relationship with each family member living with him or her, must be of good moral character, and etc. So let's go back to our main topic, which the RA 10165. This declares rather the state's policy to find an alternative home that will offer love and care, as well as opportunity for growth and development to any child who has been neglected, mistreated, surrendered, dependent, and abandoned, who is experiencing sociocultural challenges or special requirements. That's it.
The Anti-Bastos Law, also known as the Safe Spaces Act, Republic Act number 11313, is a law in the Philippines that protects people from gender-based sexual harassment, GBSH, in public spaces, workplaces, educational institutions, and online. Ang batas na Anti-Bastos Law ay isang batas sa Pilipinas kung saan ay nagproprotekta sa mga tao mula sa sexual harassment sa mga pampublikong lugar ng trabaho at mga online. Ito ay may iba't ibang uri ng sexual harassment. Isa na dito ay ang tinatawag na catcalling. Example, ang isang babae ay naglalakad sa isang pampublikong lugar, may isang lalaking nag-whistle o sit-sit, ay under siya sa anti-bastos. Isa pa ito ang online harassment if a person send you a sexually message that is considered a gender-based sexual harassment because the person is violating your privacy and they cause your emotional distress. Because of this law, ang batas na ito ay nagpapakita ng pangako ng Estado na igalang ang dignidad ng bawat tao at tiyak ang pagkapantay-pantay at kaligtasan para sa lahat. It's important to remember that any unwanted sexual attention or behavior that makes someone feel uncomfortable or unsafe can be considered a violation of the law. Much better to have this kind of law to protect us from the people abuses your dignity, and it's important to us to make life better.
Republic Act Number 9344, an act establishing a comprehensive juvenile justice and welfare system, creating the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Council under the Department of Justice, appropriating funds therefor and other purposes. The Republic Act Number 9344, also known as the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Law, was passed in the Philippines in 2006. Its main purpose is to establish a comprehensive system that aims to prevent and address the involvement of children in unlawful activities and conflicts with the law. It intends to provide protection, support, rehabilitation services to children at risk and children in conflict with the law. The law establishes the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Council within the Department of Justice to oversee and implement this system. It also provides legal provisions and guidelines on how to deal with children who are involved in various criminal activities and how to rehabilitate and reintegrate them into society. As an example, under the law, children under the age of 15 who are accused of committing a crime may be given special treatment and may be shielded from being charged as an adult, which may result in more severe penalties. Instead, they may be given alternative measures and be provided with opportunities for reform and rehabilitations.
Republic Act 7877, also known as the Anti-Sexual Harassment Act of 1995, is a law in the Philippines that protects people from sexual harassment in the workplace, schools, and training environments. It is an act or a series of acts involving any unwelcome sexual advance, request, or demand for a sexual favor or other verbal or physical behavior of a sexual nature, committed by a government employee or official in a work-related, training, or education-related environment. Sexual harassment can happen in person, over the phone, or online. It can be a one-off incident or an ongoing pattern of behavior. Ang sexual na panliligalig ay maaaring makaramdam sa iyo ng takot, kahihiyan o pananakot o na lumikha ng masamang kapaligiran. Maaari ka ring makaramdam ng pagkabalisa, pagkalungkot at maaaring humantong sa iba pang mga problema tulad ng kahirapan sa pagtulog. Ano ang patakaran ng pagsimula sa sexual na pangharas? Ang sexual harassment na tinuligsa bilang labag sa batas sa lugar ng trabaho, pagsasanay at edukasyon ay hindi pahintulutan dahil ito ay lumalabag sa dignidad at karapatan pantao ng isang tao. RA 7877, it is important to protect all women into sexual harassment in the environment and to promote the protection of women under the RA 9262 Law Against Women and Children.
Good day, sir. I am Daumen City Domingo, The Republic Act number 9775, known as the Anti-Child Pornography Act of 2009, criminalized the production, distribution, and possession of child pornography in the Philippines. The law mandates severe penalties for offenders and establishes measures to prevent the exploitation and abuse of children through pornographic materials. It also creates a framework for the protection and rehabilitation of victims, ensures cooperation among government agencies, and engage the private sector in combating child pornography. The Act aims to safeguard children's rights and well-being in both physical and digital environments. Child pornography poses a significant threat with severe consequences for its victims. The Philippine government enacted RA 9775, the Anti-Child Pornography Act of 2009, to combat this alarming issue. The major objectives of this act are to protect the children from child pornography, penalize offenders with fines from 50,000 to 2 million pesos, and 20 years of imprisonment or reclusion temporal for individual, 2 to 5 million pesos for group syndicates, and 6 months to 6 years imprisonment and fine range 1 to 3 million pesos for the internet content host. These measures help to lessen and stop child pornography, while eradication in certain educating children and supporting them is vital in preventing such crimes. Parents play a crucial role alongside with the law in safeguarding children.
Good day everyone, my name is Mark Justin Iglesia, 3 Alpha. My report is all about Republic Act number 8353, also known as the Anti-Rape Law of 1997, significantly expanded the definition of rape in the Philippines, reclassified it as a crime against person, and introduced stricter penalties. This law aimed to address the prevailing inadequacies and existing legal framework regarding sexual violence and provide greater protection victims. Ang Republic Act number 8353 o Anti-Rape Law of 1997 ay napapalawak ng definisyon ng panggagahasa sa Pilipinas. Ginawa ito isang krimen laban sa tao at nagpapatupad ng mas mabigat na parusa. Sakop nito ang mga kaso ng panggagahasa na may puwersa, pananakot, kawalan ng malay o kawalan ng kakayahang magbigay ng pahintulot. Kinilala rin nito ang marital rape bilang isang krimen. Layunin ng batas na palakasin ang proteksyon ng mga biktima, tugunan ang kakulangan ng mga nakaraang batas at itaguyod ang mga dignidad ng mga karapatang pantao.
Republic Act 11148, also known as the Kalusugan at Nutrisyon ng Magnanay Act, has the potential to significantly impact the health and development of future generations in the Philippines by addressing malnutrition and improving access to quality health care and nutrition service. The act can contribute to reducing maternal and child mortality, improving cognitive function, and enhancing overall human capital development. That acts emphasis on multi-sectoral collaboration and the whole of government approach is crucial for achieving sustainable and long-lasting improvement in the health and nutrition status of population.
Republic Act 11188, also known as the Special Protection of Children in Situations of Armed Conflict Act, is a Philippine law enacted in 2019 that aims to protect children who are involved in, affected by, or displaced by armed conflict. It is a significant step towards ensuring the safety and well-being of these vulnerable children, recognizing their specific needs and rights. RA 11188 is a comprehensive law that aims to protect children who are caught in the crossbar of armed conflict. It prohibits the recruitment of children into armed groups, protects schools and hospitals, and imposes penalties on those who violate the law. The law is a significant step towards ensuring the safety and well-being of children in conflict-affected areas and aligns with international human rights standards. However, its success will hinge on its effective implementation and enforcement, alongside efforts to address the root causes of conflict and raise awareness about the law's importance.